Well, hi, it's John Munter in northern Minnesota. This is my farm and the old farmhouse right back here. We were thinking originally of expanding it out and making a much bigger dwelling for my family, but my brother said, well, I really want it as a hunting cabin. So, okay, plan number 2, fine. We built our house over there. This is my little berry patch here in back of my chair as well. We're talking about the Gospel of Thomas here, the Nag Hammadi Library from James Robinson I'm quoting from, and I'm going to recap again. The first 14 sayings talk about going within the breast of the Holy Spirit and experiencing that divine love and light and sense of freedom and ecstasy that can come to us there as it expands. The next 14 sayings talk about really it's within us, that it's who and what we are. So it's something foreign. There's no person, place, or practice we have to really exercise, but just to go with the sense and the idea that the Holy Spirit working through us whenever we're doing something. And the next bunch of sayings talk about just letting the light shine. The next 20 sayings talk about how the world is really a pretty poor place, so don't get too involved in it. And even institutionalized religion doesn't have a lot of answers for us. So keep moving on to the idea of the higher self, the unoriginal light from which we came, and to which we're going back to as well. And the next bunch of sayings really begin focusing on Christianity as the established religion or the fundamentalist religion of the time and of our current time as well. And the idea of the false Jesus taking control, and the sense we still have to go within and transform religion itself and not get too involved and not be co-opted by the wealth and the power that's employed around us. This leads us into where we were last time, where the blessed are the hungry, for the belly of him who desires will be filled. What does that mean? How can the belly of one be filled and be hungry? Number 70, Jesus said, that which you have will save you, if you bring it forth from yourselves. That which you do not have within you will kill you, if you do not have it within you. So it answers it. It's really the spiritual light that as we feel compassion and feeling for each other, that it moves through us. And so, what is this thing that will save us here? And is it really something that will bring us wealth and power and that type of thing? Number 71 answers that. Jesus said, I shall destroy this house, and no one shall be able to rebuild it, to build it. Well, he's not talking about the temple here, the temple of Jerusalem. It's obvious we're talking in a personal context here about the crucifixion and his death and his ascension. And it responds to number 70 by saying that this is not a get-rich-quick type of experience, is that the light will enliven us, but may end up killing us as well. And it's saying that Jesus is not coming back, that even the conjurations of the Herodians will not make it possible. And this is explained in the next one. In 72, a man said, tell my brothers to divide my father's possessions with me. He said to them, O man, who has made me a divider? He turned to his disciples and said to them, I am not a divider, am I? So we're talking about the union of the higher self and not dividing things up down here below. But then, why are we here, and what unity can we bring in this sphere? And it's answered in number 73. Jesus said, the harvest is great, but the laborers are few. Beseech the Lord, therefore, to send out laborers to the harvest. Okay, so we could be talking also about the higher self here, of sending out laborers to harvest the light of the higher self and the inner self. Let's see if that comes true in the next saying. Number 74, he said, "O Lord, there are many around the drinking trough, but there's nothing in the cistern." Well, this is a poor translation, actually. It should be nobody in the cistern, because there were a class of well diggers and people who went down into wells and retrieved items from the well. So it's talking about this class of people who did that. And it's talking about the well is really, of course, we're talking an analogy here in Gospel of Thomas. So the well is the metaphor for the higher self. And it says that nobody is in the well. And so this is what defines the laborers in the harvest, is that there's nobody out there harvesting down the well of the higher self. So let's see how this is reflected in number 74, if that's true or not. Number 75, Jesus said, "Many are standing at the door, but it is the solitary who will enter the bridal chamber." So here we're talking about a person who is solitary entering the bridal chamber. It's not a whole lot of Christians all arm in arm going into heaven. It's the individual in their own spiritual transformation who are entering the bridal chamber of the higher self. And so the person in the well is like the person at the door of the bridal chamber. And if we remember back in number 49, we have the same doublet idea of a person solitary at the door of the wedding chamber. So what are we looking for here? What's in the bridal chamber? So we'll come to that next time. Thanks for tuning in. This is John Munter with www.themirroredbridalchamber.com, and my book is The Integral Gospel of Thomas Made Easy. So thanks for joining us.